man chose to put not only his own life in danger, but the lives of other officers and in another case, civilians in jeopardy by his actions. Today was the day that he was held accountable for those actions.
A man charged with trying to run over a New Albany police officer is sentenced to 16 years in prison. This is Wave News at 11. I'm Noelle Friel. John is off tonight. The incident happened back in 2020, and today Sebastian Beck pled guilty to domestic violence as a Class A misdemeanor and Level 3 attempted aggravated battery. Wave News reporter David Ochoa was in the courtroom.
That's right. The officer who Beck tried to run over gave a short yet emotional statement about the experience. Beck was apologetic but didn't have much to say as he was sentenced to those 16 years in prison.
Shattered glass, a fallen bush, and a knocked over fence. This is what the scene looked like in September 2020 after New Albany Police responded to a domestic violence call on Gordon Drive.
It was a very impactful case for our department.
Police arrived and found Sebastian Beck in a car. Officer John Davidson asked him to get out of the car, but instead, Beck tried running him over twice. After the second time, Davidson shot Beck.
And he put his life literally on the line against an over 3,000-pound vehicle coming at him. That's courage, that's a hero, and that's why we're here today.
It took more than 3 years to get here, due to COVID and things like Beck being declared incompetent to stand trial for a short time. But on Thursday, his sentence was finally delivered.
So he pled guilty to a Level 3 attempted aggravated battery. Level 3 in our system is, there's Level 1, 2, and 3. It's a very high felony. An attempt requires a significant step. In this particular case, the attempt to run down in a vehicle an officer on 2 occasions. That's 16 years. That's the max you can get on that.
Davidson was at the hearing and gave a short statement. He said Beck ambushed and tried to kill him but failed. The New Albany police sergeant went on to say that Beck also failed at trying to get Davidson to kill him. I asked both Floyd County Prosecutor Chris Lane and New Albany Police Chief Todd Bailey about those kinds of situations.
There is a phenomenon that you hear called suicide by cop or officer, and a lot of times people will attempt to utilize the lethal force doctrine, which is very tight. They can only use it in defense of others or themselves, but they'll try to hijack that and use it as a method to have someone inflict something on them.
It may surprise you, but more times than probably what anybody in this room ever hears about, there are people who try to put our staff and other police officers nationwide into that position.
Bailey says their staff is trained very well and are good at de-escalating situations like this. Lane went on to say Davidson is still haunted about having to use lethal force.
So along with the aggravated attempted battery, Beck pled guilty to domestic violence as a Class A misdemeanor. And all he said during the hearing was that he was sorry it all happened. David Ochoa, Wave News.